Y'all already know what time it is. It's another episode of Let's Talk About It. I am the host, Sidell B. I go live each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I interview some amazing entrepreneurs on what got them started, what keeps them motivated in the industry. So I thank everybody for joining. You already know the rules to like, and share. Sharing is caring and sharing is on top of the list because this is how we get the entrepreneurs' names out that I be interviewing. You can follow right here on Facebook, or you can head on over to YouTube under Let's Talk About It podcast, live interviews, and check out. Matter of fact, do that for me. I'm gonna start putting the subscription link here because I need to get my subscribers up. But with no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and invite my special guest up on the stage so he can introduce himself, let everybody know who he is, where he from, and what he do. This is Let's Talk About It. Let's get it. Hey, 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 what you got going on?
Hey, how you doing? I'm
I'm
good. How
good.
you
I'm so
doing?
happy that you're here. I'm good. So we'll wait for a little bit of people to join, so you won't have to keep repeating yourself. I know I look good, I sound good, you look good, you sound good. So we got a mic check 1 2 1 2 going on there. I always like my candle for my special guests. You are home, take your shoes off, sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. And it's gonna be an easy, seamless ride, and I'm gonna get you there safely and back home to your destination. Safely, I can guarantee you that. So you were in the right place. I am the host, Sidell B. This is Let's Talk About It. I'm elated to have you here. I thank you for joining. I thank everybody that's pouring in right now. And my moderator, she says, I'm looking good and everything like that. So introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and what you do.
My name is Ian Davis. I'm from Leland, North Carolina, and I'm a singer, songwriter, and an actor.
Come on now. Now, was you able to share this to your page?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me try to.
Okay,
I
it's
don't even know
not.
how
If it's
to.
gonna mess anything up, then you should see yourself alive. And if it's gonna mess anything up, just leave it, and we could just share it after. Matter of fact, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna navigate and do two things at one time. So you said you sing. So what type of
I do,
music do you sing? What genre are you into?
I do like soul music. I do a little bit of R&B and soul, but mostly and primarily soul. And like
Soul music.
I would
So
say,
explain
like
soul music. When you say soul music,
I think R&B and soul are kind of one in one because they both kind of give the feeling, but soul music is something I feel like is a little bit deeper, like Anthony Hamilton type stuff, and I like a lot of the old school players like Marvin Gaye and Smokey Robinson and stuff like that. So I piggyback off of that kind of music. Like I say, soul music is music that goes deeper than the surface and deeper than a lot of other things. Soul music is something that touches you much deeper than most other music does.
gotcha. I'm sharing this to your page. Let me do a mic check because I want to make sure I don't sound too choppy. Do I sound good to you?
You do.
Okay, good, 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 good.
I about saying I
Okay.
apologize for being in my car. I'm just getting out of a rehearsal for a
Hey,
show that I
that's
got
okay.
tomorrow.
You ready? You if you don't if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready, right?
That's right.
That's the saying that I go by. And I'm happy that you're here, regardless if it's in your car, you could have been anywhere, but you choose to be here with me. So sister says soul music for sure. I thank everybody for joining. I thank you, Quanda. Quanda's already always supporting. Quanda's a big supporter. So shout out to Quanda. I will see her soon. So now I saw like Tubi, right? You got movies
Uh-huh.
on there. Where else do you have movies at?
Um, I know that those movies are on Amazon Prime and like I know it's Tubi, Amazon Prime. I think those are the two primary places that the movies I'm in are out on.
Oh, it's two primary. Where you got it? Where you're on right now? Let me move this. Maybe this got a lot of factor on. I sound a little bit choppy. So, what kind of movies do you are you like conjunction with Red who do the movies, or you just separately by yourself from the people who do the movies in Wilmington?
I kind of just go with whoever asked me to or whoever cast me. Just so happened that Red and I work together, Nakia and I work together a lot. I've done like four of his movies. I did one for Marquand Raglan, and I did a lot of stuff for Andrew Richard. And me and Drew are actually working on a movie right now. We started filming last week. And
Oh,
you
okay,
said
that's good.
what
I said, I
kind?
think you.
I get casted as in a bunch of different ones. Like I for the most part for the past two roles I did, I played a cop. So
That's what I was gonna say. I saw you as the cop there. I think what which one did I see? Name what you have and it would ring a bell what I saw.
Dope Boy Magic. I played a dirty cop in Dope Boy Magic, and then I played in the Kids movie Emotions of a Murder, where I was a cop.
Emotions of a Murder. Now I'm gonna have to watch Dope Boy Magic, but you did good in Emotions of a Murder. I actually enjoyed Emotions of a Murder. I'm one of those. It has to like catch me when it first comes on, or
Right.
I'll be. I got. You would thought I had ADD, ADHD, all kind of D's because I would be on my phone. I'm looking somewhere else. If something bores me, you can really tell with me. So if you could catch my attention, then it's really a good movie. And I was like, okay, look at Wilmington on the map. I'm good. So explain to me, not just me, but maybe other people who don't know, when you're in something and it's on like Prime or it's on like Tubi TV, is it like a big pay? How does the people who play the roles get paid? Is it because you're just doing it so you're trying to get your name out, or do you actually get paid for that?
Typically, you get paid. In my experience, I get paid on a contract. So it's like they'll offer you a amount to be in the movie, and once the movie is completed, you get what you signed up for.
Okay, got you. So it's basically like once you get, then regardless what they do, what how much better they do or what they do, then that's just what they get,
Right.
right?
Right.
Okay, got you. So that's typically like what the actors, the big movies would do, right? Isn't that correct?
Hmm. Yes,
Okay, good
ma'am.
for you. So you want to branch off and do bigger things. What do you see yourself doing? Do you want to do like big movies, or you still want to be like with the independent movies?
So I like doing the independent movies. The one I'm doing with Drew, I actually wrote myself, and we just started working on it. So I want to get into more of writing as well. I want to start
Hmm.
writing some independent movies. And so, like I said, I just wrote one, and Drew really liked the script, so he picked it up, and we've been working on it. So I love independent movies also because it gives you a little bit more. I feel like the money ain't nowhere near what you would get if it was a bigger movie, but it's like the fun you have more freedom, and you get to be around some really cool people, and
Mm.
just meeting people that are on the come up, and some of the people who have been in the bigger projects and stuff like that. They always say that they have more fun doing independent movies, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been on some sets like where I've done extra work and stuff like that for the bigger projects, but I always have more fun doing the independent stuff.
Then I noticed that some independent movies, regardless if it's on Prime or if it's on Tubi or whatever, I seen some kind of like I would call what you call a mainstream,
Hmm.
like because they made it like higher. They be on there. They be on there too.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are like they'll be in the independent movies as well. Like we in Dope Boy Magic and in Emotions of a Murder we had Jamal Willard who played Notorious B.I.G. He was in both those
Mm,
movies with me.
hmm I was trying to figure out who he was.
Yeah, he
I said
played Big.
I know his face before, but it just didn't connect with me until you just said that. Yes, that
Yeah,
makes sense now. I was like, where do I know him from? Right? And then
right.
that's exactly it. So, big ups to Brooklyn, because that's where me and sisters from. Big ups to Brooklyn. And he's a great actor too, by the way. He's a
He
the
is.
Yeah, he's really good. And then I'll have Joshua on here soon.
Chip, that's my buddy.
Yeah, I'll have him on here April the 2nd. So I want to I want to interview a lot of different music is good, but I want to just interview like actors to see tap into their brain because there's a lot of people that inspire to do it, but they just really don't know how to get started in doing it.
Right.
So good. So Wilmington, if people don't know, paved the way for a lot of people for 23rd Street. As far is the studio still there?
I think they got bought out, but I think they're about to start filming. I think they're still filming over there, but I know the company bought out. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But I know
Oh,
that
okay.
I think they're still filming, but I know they got bought out like last year or something like that.
Now, where's your music streaming? Is it streaming on all platforms, or where's it streaming?
It's on all platforms. I got an album out called The Heartbreak Kid, and then I just put out a single with my band. We redid the old school song People Get Ready. We put a new little twist on it and put it out.
Okay, so people ready. I mean, I know music, but what song is that?
It's that song People Get Ready, there's a train a coming. Don't need no ticket, just get on board.
Okay, is that one of them little
It was like
sportsman
a
songs?
It was a Curtis Mayfield song back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we kind of rewrote it and redid it.
Well, you heard what I said. One of them sportsmen hole in the wall songs. I don't know a lot of them. The train be rolling, and everybody be dancing. I'll be like, now what song is this?
Yeah, that's King George. That's King George right there. That's one.
Yeah. So I gotta listen to it because towards the when it's over and everything, you get to put all your links. I mean, put everything that you have, the movies, the where we can find your music and everything, so people can support you. You guys hit the share button because sharing is caring and sharing is free. And you know what people do when I bring them up here is not easy. You know consistency is definitely the key. Do you agree? So the more you be consistent, the more you feel like the better you get, right?
Absolutely. The more you do and the more you keep going, the more you keep practicing, the better you get. The more you stay on it, the better your craft will be.
That's right. That's true. That's true. Because the more I do this, the better I get. The more you do anything to me. But sometimes people slack and they fall off and they say, not today, you know, and then the next thing you know, because people ain't gonna be waiting for you. So, you know, like if you gotta show yourself like I'm able to do this, and then people will give you more roles. So is that like the route you had took? You did one and then you showed yourself, or was it just that they were just calling you back because they needed you?
It was like, so I started acting when I was 16, and my first project was, well, I did a lot of stage work with Tech Moj. I don't know if you ever heard of Tech Moj. Like we just did The Color Purple at Thalian Hall.
Okay, yeah, no, no, but I know Sherry, my boot boot was in
Yeah.
it.
And so I started acting like in stage plays when I was in high school, but screen acting I got into actually with Andrew Richard when we did City Limits, this little series a series that we did back a long time ago. And I stopped acting for a while because I didn't really know where else to go. And then Nakia contacted me one day. I saw that he was casting, and so I reached out to see if I could get into it.
Uh-huh.
He ended up casting me in his movie called Her Happy Place. And
Oh.
then from that he was like, I got another movie I want you in, and I want you to co-star. And me and Joshua were the two stars of that movie, as a matter of fact, called Kingdom Men. And so I kind of got work with Nakia because he saw the kind of stuff that I was able to do, and so he was calling me to do stuff. And then with Marquand movie, another story about Joshua Ship. He was supposed to play the role I got, but his schedule, he had something else, so he called me to. He told Marquand. I was like, I think Ian would be a good choice. So I got in that movie like that. And so I think it's just always because I try to keep a good work ethic. So if I sign on to something, that people know I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do my best and I'm gonna try my hardest. So I think that's what keeps me booked.
Yeah, that's good. That would keep you because people want reliable people. That's like you going to do that role for them is like me clocking in because I still work a 9 to 5 job. Even
Right.
though I own this, whatever I own and do whatever I do outside of that, I signed that paper saying I'm here. So I give it 110% in any job I do. I always been like that. Very good work ethic I have. And I think that with the more that you show up for them, God will show up for you. And I think that the more
Absolutely.
because what he wants you what he wants to see is if I put my them, him, she, whoever in this position with somebody else, how do they treat where they work, what they're doing, their craft for somebody else's business, then I can put them in their own business, right? He wants to see we're ready, not just
Absolutely.
have it and not be ready.
Absolutely.
So I think he's a great yeah, you guys like, comment, and share. So do you see yourself always living in Wilmington, or do you see yourself moving to like California, or just you want to just or Atlanta, you know, wherever the movies is picking up at?
I actually want to go to Texas.
Really?
I do. I want to be in Texas. That's where
Now what's in
my
Texas? Is it
musically, I feel like that's where I want to be at because that's where my family is at. My sisters are in Texas, so
mm-hmm,
I feel like if I was
mm-hmm,
able to move to Texas, where my sisters and my family are, that I would be more focused on that. Because my biggest thing is I do a lot of shows, but I don't
mm-hmm,
record a lot of music because I'm always performing. And they're all my sisters and my family are always on me about recording music. But I travel a
mm,
lot. Like I travel the country. Like last year, we were talking. I did 165 shows, but didn't put any music out. So
Wow.
I'm just trying to build up now. This year, I said I was gonna focus more on doing music
Wait, is your
and
sister the
recording.
Dixie? Is your sister the Dixie Chicks?
Two of them, yeah. And so,
Interesting. So you got a
so,
good
so
old music back. Now that makes sense. That makes sense why you feel like they're there. The two sisters from the Dixie Chicks, they're there. So you feel like that not only will you remain focused because you're doing shows, it will push you to do more of what you love, getting in the studio, being creative, right?
absolutely,
Yeah, yeah, because being that I used to have an artist and everything, and the creative side of you come out when you're in the studio. People, whoever don't never been in the studio, might not understand that, but when you're around so many music people, you listening to different tracks, everybody's vibing. It's the saying, use it or lose it. Even though you're doing music and you're singing and doing all the shows, but this, you got the routine of this show down pat. But when
hmm
you're a writer or your creativeness has to take flow, it's like use it. It's like a tool. Use your hands or lose it. Use your feet or lose them. So I can
absolutely.
understand why you said you would want to be closer to the studio. Now, would that mess you up as far as the acting is concerned, or you would just come back down when you got a role?
Absolutely, I would still keep up acting as well because acting is like the my second passion. Outside of music, acting is my second passion. Any space where I could be creative, which mostly is with my music and my roles, and I can step out. Because in real life, I'm very shy, I'm very quiet, I'm reserved. But on stage and on film, I'm able to do all the things that I don't do in my regular life. Because I don't know why I've always just been shy and quiet, and so once I step out and I'm able to express myself, like I love doing it. So absolutely, I would still keep acting because there's nothing better to me than being able to step into somebody else's life, which I feel like I get to do when I act. I get to be somebody completely different for a little bit.
That's good. So you kind of like a Beyonce male version, because she pretty shy, but when she step on there, she's Sasha Fierce. You hear me? And she just like, it's like, so you got like an alter ego,
Yes, I would
right?
say
Right. So you're kind of timid, shy, but when you step on there, it's like you just turn into. So I would say it's like not really. I don't know why why people call it an alter ego. I really think that your gift comes to life for you. You are who you are, human form, and then when you get on a stage to be creative, that the gift that God gave you, He's allowing your gift to manifest for you. Like your gift will make room for you. That's what I say.
absolutely,
So I think it's more that when people jump on the stage or they really you can leave it on or leave it off. It's okay. When people feel like they really timid, it's just like, no, I found my element and I'm safe. You're safe there. You feel safe there.
I absolutely do. When I'm on stage, I feel like I guess the way I put it is when I'm out in the world and I'm just living everyday life. I feel like it's so many things that are, around that could happen. And, sometimes you don't feel like you're in control of your surroundings. You don't control what you're in, the environment. But when I'm on stage and I'm in my environment or I'm on a set and I'm in my environment, I know I control exactly what is about to happen. I know I control what's going on right now. So I feel like, that's when I can step out and really be myself because no matter what, I'm in control of this crowd out here on this
That's
stage.
right. That's right. Even if it's gonna flop, it's your fault. If it's gonna succeed, it's your fault, and you got
Right.
control of that. I can
Absolutely.
understand what you mean. So how did you? I didn't know you got two sisters that was the Dixie Chicks. Now, did you guys? Do you have like a mom or dad that know how to sing? How is it that y'all came about that y'all know how to sing? Y'all one started doing it and the other one followed. Who's the oldest?
My sisters are they're 30 years older than me, 30 years older
Oh,
than me.
really? Okay.
Well, they in their they close they pushing in their early 50s, and I'm in my
Okay,
late
watch
30s.
it now with the old about the 50s.
I'm no,
They
they're
not
not
that old
old.
because
They're just
they're
older than
55.
me.
They're
They're just older
older.
than me.
Let's say
Older than me.
older.
Older than me. Uh, but on my mom's side, we're related by we have the same dad. But on my mom's side, my whole mom's side of the family sings in the church.
Oh.
And then my dad, he had no vocal talent at all, but he loved music, so he introduced all of his kids to music. Um,
Mm.
But my dad was like a music enthusiast. He had every album like from the 50s and 60s, and that's all he would listen to. And so he just
Mm-hmm.
like my mother listened to the Motown, and my dad listened to like doo wop, and so I kind of listened to all old school music because my dad was like 60 when I was born, and my mama was 40 when I was born. So I was listening to
Oh,
all of their
a
music. So I
mixture
got
of both. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
listening to all of the old school music and everything, and that's what I fell in love with. And then listening to my sisters too, just watching them as a kid on stage, and they are at the Grammys, winning Grammys on national TV. Like I'm like, I want to do that. I think I could do that. And so that's kind of how I got into doing music and wanting to be a
Hmm.
singer.
Now, do you have a you got so if you want to move back to Texas, obviously you got like a really close relationship with them where they can
Yeah,
help you.
we talk almost, well, not, I won't say every day. We talk maybe once a week.
That's good. That's good. Now they have children or whatever.
They do. My oldest nephew is 21.
Hmm. Okay, they
And
got
all
some
of my
children.
both of them have 3 kids apiece, and two of my nieces were born on my birthday.
Mm. Okay, that's some good. Now, how many times have you been to the Apollo?
I've been 10 times and I won 8.
What? What was this? I might need to recap the Apollo somewhere.
I
What
started
year?
going. I started going right before, well, 2 years before COVID, like 2018 was the year I auditioned, and I've been going. I get to go. They call me, and I go twice a year. I've been going twice a year since then.
I didn't know Apollo was still active.
Every Wednesday night.
Where I find it at?
I don't know if they used to they televised it the first year I went. I'm not sure if they still televise. I know it's like they live stream it. Like they'll live stream
Oh,
it and
okay.
then they'll like stuff like that. But I don't know if it comes on like actual television anymore. But it's still
Okay.
like
Well, if you can't, is it a link you can share?
it is. I'll be there again May 26th.
And then you'll be able to share the link.
I will.
Is it still in Manhattan?
It's in Harlem, right on 125th.
No, I know where it's at.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do. It's still in Harlem, right on 125th. And it's
We get our hair braided up there. We eat up there. Yes, I definitely know where that's at.
I
That's
call
what's
I
up.
was
I'm
I
happy
was
for
telling them
you.
I call it like a second home for me now because I go up there so much, and I got
Okay,
a
and
lot
then
of friends up there too
I
now.
was gonna say where you stay at. Where do you stay? Like a hotel or what?
Typically, I'll stay in Fort Lee, New Jersey,
Mm.
and like take the train across there, or either Uber. But I love going down there and like eating the food. Like the food is so good up in New York, and then
You
like
better come on.
so I go out down there. I go up there, and then usually I do the Apollo. I went to go see you know who Cheryl Pepsi Riley is.
Mhm, come on, yeah.
I did like I've done her show a couple times. She does Black Velvet Mondays. I got invited to
Mm-hmm,
do her show. Valerie
mm-hmm,
Simpson from Ashford and Simpson does this thing on Thursday nights that I get invited to a
mm-hmm,
lot. So I do
mm-hmm.
like stuff like that. I usually make a week out of the whole trip
I
up
was
there.
just listening. Time to play. It build it up and build it up, and now it's solid. And that made me think of him. I was like, is she
Yeah,
still living?
yeah, she's
Solid,
still
extra.
living.
Because I know
I
her
saw,
husband passed away.
yeah, I saw her at their Halloween party. I performed for her Halloween party last year.
Mm-hmm. Sister talking about ain't nothing like the good food. Come on.
No, they got like this.
You
I
got
go to this
pizza. You
place
eat the
called.
pastrami and rye?
Oh yeah, but it's this place out there in the Bronx called Brother Seafood. That's one of my favorite spots to stop at when I'm out there. It's delicious.
Okay, that must be new. We're gonna have to go up there when we go
Yeah,
the next time. We're gonna have to try Brother Seafood because I know BBQs used to be like my favorite, but we eat like the dirty hot dogs. They ain't washing their hands. When they wash their hands, they've been on the corner forever. When they wash their hands, that back then sanitizer wasn't even that popular before COVID. We know they ain't washing. Hey, give me one of them dirty hot dogs. When you even went to the bathroom, hello? When we eat that, I love that pizza, icy. I love a good old pastrami on some rye with some pickle. I love cold sauerkraut, all of that good stuff. See all that stuff with the chili and the cold. That ain't what y'all got? Chili and coleslaw and mustard and ketchup. Sit down
Yeah, I
somewhere.
don't really like coleslaw on my hot dogs.
Yeah, that's too country. So I would love to interview you and your sisters if you can share them a link one time and ask them what, even if they up here for a few minutes, I can invite six people up here. So for
Okay.
they to feel comfortable, if you can make that happen for me, I would love that.
I
Just to
can
have them
definitely
on
reach
here.
out. I can definitely reach out and share a link. I can send this video to them and see what they say for sure.
Yeah, no, well, we would have to schedule another one because it's probably too late for them to
Oh
jump
yeah,
on.
no, I mean I'm saying I can once this one finishes, I can send it to them and say, look, I did this one. Y'all should come
Mhm.
on and maybe y'all can
Yeah, I would
record
love
something
that.
together.
Because I had Case on here, I had Tracy Lee, but I had celebrity makeup artists and stuff, and then all my other people's like really independent. Even though that we're all independent, but everybody had to start at an independent level, right? And
Absolutely.
I mean, all that you do, if you keep being consistent, then I'm gonna be like, hey, I had him up here too, right? He was
Right.
so then I'll just say your name as well. But I think that the more consistent you be, the more you be on Apollo, you doing the movies, you doing all these shows, 165, you gonna get back into the studio, things like that. Then that it's just a matter of time. I think one day we wake up and then we be so consistent, and then God would be like, okay, it's time for you to elevate, right? And
Right.
then He elevates us on His timing, not ours. So a lot of people don't know that, oh, I made it and I did this. No, he allowed you to do that. And that's why
Absolutely.
you made it. So it's not you. But now Texas, what part of Texas would you be in?
San Antonio. That's my favorite part of Texas.
What is that where your sisters live?
That's where one of my sisters is. The one I'm closest with is.
Oh, okay. From the Dixie chick?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's good. I'm excited about your future. I'm gonna have to go and really like listen to you got your music on your Facebook page, even though you're gonna
I have
share
some.
links.
I about to say yeah, I have some of it up there.
Okay, you should flood the. If I know they be like, if I look at another seasoning bottle, I'm gonna season y'all to death. You should flood it every day. Only thing they can do is unfollow you or support you. That's it. That's it.
That's
That's all.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Right. Because I was riding down this true story. I was riding down because I do a lot of thinking in the shower and in the car when I'm alone. That's when I feel my closest. And I feel like when I was riding by myself and I was talking to God and I was like, I need for it to be a little bit, I want it to be more prosperous. That's why I got the page done over, video, a whole bunch of stuff. And then all I heard him say, well, you know that everybody is not like Facebook, Instagram, your friends is not the only people in the world. That's what I heard him say. And I was
Right.
like, okay, so sometimes I had to, so that's why I did everything over so I could be prepared, like the videos, make everything professional, clean up your page and keep posting, because everybody that my guests, my customers probably will be nobody that I would ever know, because the people who was going to support me that I do know probably already supported me already, right?
Right.
Besides the pop-up shop. That's what I'm telling you, like, just be consistent. You got a YouTube page
I do. I do.
and then you
That's
post on
one
it every
thing.
day.
Not every day. No, hardly ever really post on there. Maybe like once every few months or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And like
You
what you
should
said,
maybe post every day.
I had to realize, like I felt like my friends and people around me weren't supporting me at one point in time, but then I looked at how many people I don't even know were listening to my music and sharing my Facebook pages and sharing my Facebook posts. I mean, and commenting on all the movies I did and sharing them. Like I love, like I don't know who he is, but he killing it, like stuff like that. And then I'm like, the people I had to get out of the mindset that the people who I think go support me not always go support me. Like your biggest hater could be your best friend, and your biggest supporter could be somebody you never met
And
before.
you better come on and say it again for the people louder in the back. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Yeah, I
Please.
definitely had to learn that. Like your best friend could be your hater, and your biggest supporter somebody you don't even know.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Somebody you don't even know. Like people, like when I go, like Quanda, she do the pop up shops or whatever. I mean, I know some of the people that came in there and bought, but a lot of the ladies and stuff that came in there, they might have known sister, because sister still live there. I didn't know half of these people that came and supported me. And then when I go out and I travel, or people that buy or share, I don't know half of them, right? And I feel you, because the supporters don't have to be anybody that you do know, because sometimes the people that you do know don't want you to be successful. It's sad, but it's definitely true. It's just called
Absolutely.
jealousy. And this is why I do this, because if they keep continue on watching and they got a tad bit of hatiness in them, I just try to say, if he could do it, or whoever I got on here could do it, you can do it too, right?
Right.
It's crazy. People just sit back from afar and be so jealous, when instead of inboxing you and be like, "Can you help me? How did you get put on?" Right? That's what people
Right.
should.
Right. I told one of my best friends, like, we were talking, and I said, I'm one of the people, I feel like I never want to get to a point of where I'm up here and I'm looking down like on everybody or nothing like that. And I feel like some people are that way. I'd rather get to a point, like my goal is to get to a point for other people, especially from Leland area and Wilmington area, to be like, if he can make it out of here, I can too. And I want to help bring them people up. I don't want to get up there and then be like, nah, I'm gonna leave all them people over there. I want to keep all these secrets to myself, because if I made it to the point, then what was the point of me making it if I can't help other people get to where I'm at, especially if you
Right,
coming from the same place I'm coming
right,
from.
right. Then the gift went in vain, and God giveth and God taketh away. Because when you start
Absolutely.
keeping all your talents to yourself, that's like the person, the in the Bible, the one with the three talents, the one that had it hid it, right? He blessed the ones. And so if you don't know the scripture, maybe look it up. It'll teach you, when you start hiding your talents, he doesn't bless people who hide their talents. He bless people who share their talents, who share their ideas. I have a lot of people, when I have my online store, sister got a lot of people who be in her inbox. So kudos for you for wanting to bring the people that's down up, because that's why he gave you the gift in the first place. But a lot of people don't know that. They just keep it to themselves and be so, like, it's too, like Sister Favor's saying, it's too many different bread on the bread aisle to be fighting over anything,
Right.
right?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's the truth.
Absolutely.
So you, what I was gonna ask you, so where do you see yourself like in 5 years? I ask everybody this question. What do you see yourself doing like in 5 years? If you had it to write it out, make it plain, and it came from one year to the other just like you wrote it, what would it be?
I would say that I'm living comfortably, and I'm taking care of my daughter and being the best father I could be first and foremost. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm living comfortably. I'm still living my dream, because I feel like if you are, no matter how high you get, if you have a dream and you're living in it, you always gonna be following your dreams. I still want to be following my dream, and I want to be just like, in 5 years, I want to be to that point where I can help bring other people up, because I've noticed a lot too. I've always talked about it, how ever since I got started, when I had maybe two people showing up to my shows, anybody else who wanted to do music, I was always putting them on my show. So I've always been the person that, if I got a platform, you come share it with me. But I want to
Mm,
be to a point where I got a big enough platform to where it's actually, making a difference for other people. And I'm at the point where I'm doing stuff not only just for me anymore, but also for the people around me. So in 5 years, that's where I hope to be at, taking care of my daughter, living prosperously, and whatever God has planned for me, I hope it's exactly, I'm on that path of what I'm supposed to be doing in 5 years.
that's good. That's good. So you want to buy Molly Bob? You saw about Molly's movie?
I did.
You saw about Molly's movie?
I
It's
did.
good.
It was really
Did
good.
you enjoy it?
I did.
It was really
I
good.
liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was really good. So how old is your daughter?
My daughter is about to be 3 in July.
Okay, she a little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a long way to go. That's good for you for wanting to make sure she's financially stable, and that she doesn't want for anything and don't have to live. Like, I believe people like my age, your age, people should make room for their children and for their grandchildren. So
Absolutely.
this is why me and sister work so hard. Not just so my mom won't, she just turned 85, so she don't have to work so hard before our children and grandchildren not to have to work so hard, or we show them and pave the way and show them what to do so they don't make the same mistakes. Now they might be a little hard headed because that's just what it is. We, every now and then we probably was, but least you can say it in um enough way where they will be like, no, I'm gonna listen to my mom because I know, or my dad because of the directions that they took. That they became successful. So kudos for you. So let's hear you sing something.
I'm gonna be honest, my voice is gone.
Okay, well we don't want you. We don't want to.
I about to say I've been singing since Friday night. I had
Now are you?
4 things to do Sunday, 2 on Saturday,
Hey,
and I've
baby.
been singing all day today.
Well, come on, I respect that. We'll go listen to it and download it, right? You should be like, you know what, my voice is gone, but go download it.
Please.
And we should do that. We got to be supportive, not just saying we support it, but we got to literally go download. We got to go download it. I mean, I'll download it. It's something that I already have, but when it say I gotta be a subscription, get this month for free. I'm one of those. Now I got Amazon. Are you on Amazon Prime? I'm like Prime Music.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well I could. Can I listen to it there? Like get it from there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, okay. And you'll be able to share all your links, but we're gonna respect this boy because he's a little bit hoarse, you guys. So you working a regular job, you said you came from work?
I know I've been practicing. I have to sing tomorrow at the Thalian Hall Awards. The Color Purple is nominated for an award, a
Oh,
few
that's
awards.
wonderful. Let's talk a
So
little bit about that. So that's a blessing for y'all to just do that play. It looked like it was phenomenal. I didn't get to see it because I don't live there, but sister said it was really, really good.
yeah, I had
And
a great time. It was real
now,
fun.
so you were in it?
I was.
I got it, because all I saw was Sherry from when Sherry sharing the photos.
Yeah.
What part you had?
I played Grady, which is Suge Avery's husband. The high yellow
Okay,
Yeah, the high
yeah.
yellow man she comes back home with.
Yeah, I love me some Sugar Avery. I love my favorite movie is The Color Purple and Scarface, believe it or not. So,
Okay.
oh, and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Those are my three favorite things. And Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective, is my favorite movie. Is because when I lived in Wilmington, I had no internet. I had VHS tapes, and I had the TV with the VHS tape that
Yeah.
was split in it. And I just had a whole bunch of movies, and I literally are all writing it. Like I knew it word for word, because back then we was struggling. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't have all that internet and everything. We had TVs when you slide the cassette in. Now all of that, I'm pretty sure that's worth a lot of money if you can find you a good old VHS tape.
I got a whole
I
wall
probably
full of
told my age for
VHSs. I got a wall full of
you
VHSs.
really
I do.
don't sell them because I can guarantee
I about to
you
say I
got
got
these.
some that ain't even out the that ain't even out the original packaging.
What? Do you
That's
have
still wrapped
ET
in
and
like
stuff
the
like that?
plastic around it. I still got. I
What you
got
have?
everything. I got the little
No, let's not say
rascals.
what you
I
have.
got.
Let's not say what you have. Next thing you know, something bad done happen. All you ain't nothing taken out of your house but the damn VHS tapes. Like looking for the money underneath your mattress. They ain't touched nothing else. They ain't turned over nothing. None of the tables is turned over. Only thing missing is the VHS damn tape. Hide them now. Put them in a vault because we done
Yeah, I
said it.
think you gonna make me have to go hide them out somewhere.
Now you gotta take them out your house you like you at the VHS tape drug dealer or something. Now you gotta hide the VHS tape. I'm crying for real. That is funny, but that's how people is. You something worth $1. Next thing you know, they want it. Everybody want the free ride. Good for you. Oh, you 20 minutes left or whatever. It's we ticking down. But I always ask a question towards the end. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask it now. If you had to give like advice to just what advice would you give? It didn't have to be acting, it doesn't have to be music, it could be anything, but what would you give to somebody who's listening now, catch the replay, or even listen to it months down the line?
I would say my advice has always been I go around and I talk to schools and I talk to kids. And my advice is, especially coming from a small town where, because Leland, I would say, is growing now, but it was a small town my whole childhood. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but just coming from anywhere, really, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, no matter how crazy it sounds to other people, if you have a vision for yourself and you believe in yourself, believe that God got your back and He created you with that vision.
That's right. Uh-oh. Wait, we done lost him, y'all. And you every time, you know what? The enemy, he kind of cunning, but not the night Satan. Not the
I
night
about,
Satan. You was about
I
to
about,
get, not the night Satan. We rebuke thee. Get ye
like,
behind us. It's always when I swear to God. I swear to God, and I kid you not, and my sister on here, anytime somebody about to say something positive, every time somebody about to say something that's giving God credit or whatever, here come that nasty old enemy. Boop, I'm gonna knock her off. Boop, I'm gonna mess up. Go ahead and start all over again from the beginning.
like I said, everywhere, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, if God gave you a vision, no matter how it sounds to other people, because everybody ain't gonna believe in your vision. Everybody ain't gonna support your vision. It might sound crazy to some people that you got such big ideas, but if God implanted that vision in you, He did it for a reason. Cause where I'm from, there's no reason I should be able to go to the Apollo and win 8 times, or go around the country, go sing, go get invited to sing at the White House for President Obama, go to Australia, none of that. But God gave me a vision that I wanted to do in my life, and I didn't let nobody on earth limit me to what they thought I should be doing, how I should be doing it. I did it the way that God saw fit for me to do it. And nobody can't tell me what God got for me, because I know, because I talked to God myself.
That's right.
So you can't tell me I can't do it when God told me I can. So always remember, if God told you you can do it, nobody on earth can stop you from doing it.
Amen. And I second that motion and definitely touch and agree with you. You can't tell me what I can't do because God told me I could. And I have a whole relationship by myself with him. So ain't nothing that you can do that would take me off of my course. Nothing. Ain't nothing nobody could tell me that's gonna take me off of the course that I got when I know for sure I can hear from the Lord. Amen to that. Now let's go back
Absolutely.
to the Obama and the White House. You
Yeah,
skipped, you just
and his
skipped over that like somebody else. Who was on here and they just skipped over? Oh, my top chef Kale's kitchen Danya. She just skipped over. Yeah, I was cooking for Taylor Swift, and I said, wait a minute, what did you just say?
I in
How was
2000,
Obama? How was that?
it was a lot of fun. In 2016, I put out this song called "Stand Up," and it was in the midst of like a lot of stuff that was going on with just racial things that were going on in the country, the racial divide and all of that stuff. And so I wrote this song called "Stand Up," and it got a lot of attention. And it ended up getting played on like CNN one day, and somebody called me and was like, "Your song is getting played on CNN. They playing your song while they showing these clips." But it was somebody actually in one of the clips playing my song at the little rally they had, and I got
Mm-hmm.
invited, but I didn't get invited to sing my song. I got invited to sing "A Change Is Gonna Come" by Sam Cooke. So I went there and
Oh wow.
I
Oh
sung that
wow.
at a festival that they were having out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing. Like, I didn't expect to get anything. I was going for the experience. I got a whole brand. They sent me. I did it. The next thing I come home, I got a brand new TV in the mail sent by the president. My mom was like, you got a package in there.
Now did you open up so you still got the package of the TV or
That
you
TV
watching
is
it on
that
YouTube?
TV has been hanging on my wall ever since I had it. It's about broken now. I don't care. I'm keeping that TV up. I don't care what nobody say.
I know that's right. I know that's right. They sent you a TV, him and Michelle.
I don't know if it was them, but it was from the
Did you
staff of
meet
the
him?
White House. I got
Oh,
to
okay.
meet
So
him and
did you
shake
didn't
his
get
hand.
that's good. That's you know what, you have done a lot of things. You have done a lot of things in your life. See, people be like, well, you don't study the people. And I say no, because I want to be just as shocked as everybody else who's listening. Right. And that's just how I heard guys just say, just interview people and let them talk. Right. We just having a whole conversation. And I used to have the cards, the cue cards with the questions. I don't even have that anymore. I just want to hold a dialogue, get to know somebody, and that person, whether it's a testimony or an inspirational word that they share with somebody, just allow it to be able to help somebody else. And that's the reason why I do this. I just want to be able to help people. Um, so you met Obama, you don't want to Apollo 8 times. Dixie Chicks is your sister. You on Prime and Amazon for the movies. What else? Did I miss anything?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Do you have something that you have like saying, if I could, okay, you perform live on stage, you're a recording artist, but if you had something that you could just snap your fingers and be like, man, I wish I could just do that, what would it be?
I wish that I could go back in time and I could be on stage with David Ruffin and Prince. If I could get on stage with both of them,
Hmm.
my dream would be made.
Wow,
I
that's
learned how
good.
to play. I learned how to play a bunch of instruments because I wanted to be like Prince when I was a little boy.
Hmm.
So I did a whole bunch of music lessons in David Ruffin. Even though people tell me I sound like Aaron Neville and Smokey Robinson, I love David Ruffin. I used to want to be David Ruffin. I know the Temptation. I knew the Temptations back to front when I was 5 years old.
Hmm.
I knew every word. And
Yeah,
when I got to meet them, that was when I got to meet Otis Williams and them, that was the biggest day of my life.
where you met them at?
They came to Wilmington, and one of my friends happened to be behind the stage, and she told them about me. They're like, we want to meet him, and so she called me. I was like, the Temptation want to meet you, and I was like, stop playing.
I know you
She's like,
went. You probably ran out the house with no shoes on. I'd have been like, "Come on."
she said, put some clothes on and come on down here. So I went on down there, and I got to sing for him, and I got to sing backstage for him. It was amazing.
That's good. That's wonderful. That's still in the I seen. I seen. Well, I didn't meet Prince. I saw Prince at at a club in Atlanta.
Mm.
But my father was really good friends with Prince. So, my father, he did music since the 50s. So Marvin Gaye was his best friend and things like that. My father was great friends with Prince. And then his little short self, literally short, okay? He came walking and I said, that's Prince. So I don't have like this big groupie-ish type. I
Yeah.
never been like, because I guess maybe because me and sister just been around to so many people, never really got into like groupie mode until like I met Fantasia. Shout out to my spiritual sister. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Like I caught a little we done lost him again, guys. Come on back. You guys hit the share button. Sharing is sharing is free. Yeah, when I met Fantasia, I got a little bit of just a little bit. And then I came on down after off the high after I was able to meet her. Is there anybody besides what that's living that you feel like you want to meet?
Aaron Neville. And I
Okay.
say that, and it might sound weird, but I say that because that's who I get compared to vocally a lot. So I want to sit down and just to be able to like sing with him and make a video with him. I feel like because I've heard that all my life, that's just somebody that I would want to sit down and meet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Him and Smokey Robinson, because Smokey Robinson has the best stories that when I hear him do interviews and stuff like that, I feel like I can learn a lot as a songwriter and a human being sitting down talking to Smokey Robinson because he tells the
And
best
he
stories.
not aging. He not aging a bit. I don't know what kind of soap that man using or what kind of water do he drink, but he still look the same.
81 years old, look the
Smokey
same.
Robinson was a poet, and I used to I'm with ASCAP, and I used to go to the ASCAP office in Charlotte because I know how to write real good. And he made me study Smokey Robinson because I was a poet. So he was like, Smokey Robinson started as a poet, and then he transitioned and became like the amazing songwriter that he is today. So that's good for you. He says, sister says, just write it down and manifest it. I know it might sound weird and it might just be a little puppy to everybody else, but we had a German Shepherd when we were younger. And I kept telling my husband, when I move into a house, I don't care what dog I get, I'm getting a German Shepherd. I don't care what dog anybody else say I need, I'm getting a German Shepherd. And guess what we got? We got a little German Shepherd puppy. My name is Destiny. I said, I manifested this dog. I spoke that dog a couple of years ago. So believe it or not, we are what we speak. And if we speak it high enough and we give it enough vibrations and we speak with enough execution and we write it down, make it plain so God can put it on the table with it, and we keep confessing it to the Lord. And if it's His will, and He knows it's within His will, He would give us the desires of our hearts. Like Sister said, write it down. You never know. You could be at the airport, you could be doing a show, whatever, and then all of a sudden, there he is.
Absolutely. Going to that, because when you talk about just manifesting things and stuff like that, when before the first time I went to the Apollo, I was about to stop singing, and it was because I got so discouraged
Mm,
because I had just tried out for The Voice like 5 years in a row, and I did American Idol like 5 years in a row, and none of them, like, I would always make it to the first round through the first round, but never make it past it. So I was like, if I'm not supposed to be singing, Lord, give me a sign. If I am, I need something to make me feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing because I feel so stuck. And so
mm-hmm.
it just so happened to come across my Facebook page that the Apollo was holding auditions. I didn't even know, like you, I didn't know the Apollo was still a thing.
Mm,
I actually was looking at it and then learning the history of how the Apollo is the toughest stage to sing on or do any type of talent on because that's the only stage you're going to get booed on. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. As soon as I went in there, they looked at me and they said, we need you. We need somebody like you on this stage.
see?
And I went there and I have never been booed off of that stage. I have, like I said, and now it's been like the journey of a lifetime because it's opened so many doors for me. And so manifesting that I wanted to be on a stage and where I could showcase my talent to people from all over the world was like the biggest thing for me. And I always felt like maybe The Voice was gonna be an American Idol, but it ended up being the Apollo. So I was like, feel that way that I manifested that because I always spoke that I wanted to be on a
Mm-hmm.
stage like that.
That's good. That's some good stuff. My mom did the Apollo. I think she came in second. This is when they judge you. So she became like the runner up or something like that, but she didn't get booed either. Right. So she made up how this was years ago. So kudos for you for not giving up. Now is Steve Harvey still a host?
No, Capone is the host now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think Steve Harvey used to be the host, right?
yeah. He used to. He was the host for the longest running host of that show. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I was with I helped Steve. I used to work at Verizon in Georgia for almost 7 years, and there's one store for 6.5 years. And Steve Harvey was my customer. So I got to help Steve Harvey. I think we was together for almost an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, because we bought like an iPad. I had to set the whole thing up for him and a phone. And I told him that my great friend, she does the Hoodie Awards. This is a true story. She does the Hoodie Awards, and she invited me to the Hoodie
I
Awards.
love watching the Hoodie Award.
We used to do the Hoodie Awards in Vegas every year. And she invited me there, and I said, "Oh, I was just invited to the Hoodie Awards, but I didn't make it." And he said, "Why?" I said, "First, to get to Las Vegas, it costs some money. Second, I'm at this job." And then the advice he gave me, he was like, "Never miss, never. I don't care what it is, where you're ever invited to, you always go." He was like, "You have to step out." He was like, "You got to jump and call out, borrow the money, say you give it back, pay it back in increments, but never miss another opportunity because you might not never get it again." And by him, and we talk, I mean, he gives great advice. And it stuck with me. Like whatever I'm going through, if I'm invited somewhere, I don't care. It might seem weird to people that I would go, but to me it's not, because of the fact that I know I don't know. Like you said, I never got on The Voice. I never was made, and you're good, right? So in your back of your mind, you'd be like, now, see, but that's their loss and your gain, because now you got on Apollo, and The Voice might be over or whatever, but you're still on there 8 times and you're still about to go again. So you just never, it's not finished. That's what I'm
Right.
getting.
Absolutely.
Journey of the Apollo is not finished, and your journey is not, you're not done yet for what maybe blessing God has for you by keep going to that Apollo.
Right, and then after I didn't make it on The Voice, I learned so much from listening to other people who've been on there about the way that you are locked into them, whether you win or not. You can't do music for a long time. You can't do anything. They own you for about 2 years after you do that show. And so going to the
Oh wow.
Apollo, I feel like it was the best decision for me because, like I said, I got to go to see Cheryl Pepsi Riley. I've met. Um, I got to do the Valerie Simpson Club. I made all those connections. From that, I've been singing with Brian McKnight, Kenny Lattimore, Genuine. I've done all of that, all from being on the Apollo. So it's like that opened so many doors that The Voice probably wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been allowed to take if I went on The Voice or something like
I believe that. Now, why you don't get with Miss Valerie and do the remix of Solid?
that. I might have to do
I
that.
don't know why that just came. I don't know why that just came to me. It was like that just came. So I'm just gonna give it to you. You do whatever you see fit with it, but just reach out to her and you guys just do the remix of Solid.
Because
I think
that's
you'll
a
be able to. I think you'll be able to hold it with hold how her husband had her back. I think you'll be able to do that.
next time I go, because I'm gonna go see her on the 27th, so I'm gonna tell her that. But let's sing that together and see what happens.
Yeah, y'all just test the waters and see what happens. You never know, because she's a great singer. They both was
Absolutely,
like a really good harmony together. It was like one person singing, both of them singing together.
absolutely,
When you hear that song and you was to close your eyes, you really don't know it's a man and a lady. Well, to me, maybe I'm hearing music that way. I just hear a great old song.
yeah. I love that song. I like it, and I love the songs they wrote too. Like cause I did "You're All I Need to Get By," and they wrote that song, and that's one of my favorite songs from Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
Yeah, that's a great song too. You could, I mean, when we about because we got about a few more minutes left. We got like 3 minutes and some change before we end it. I don't try to go past an hour because it is a weekday. And
Right,
make sure you put all your links in here. You guys support him. I need everybody to share, even if you share it once, share it again to who's on here. And if you catch the replay, please share it again because this is how everybody knows who who's on here, how they get their support. And without people support, they're no one, right? They just here.
absolutely,
So at the end of
absolutely,
the day, it just takes nothing. It's free to hit the share button. It don't cost you nothing. Facebook, as far as I know, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I ain't seen the share fee yet. You seen the share fee yet?
not
Have you?
yet,
Did they ever charge you a penny to even share?
not at all.
Okay, so sharing is free and sharing is caring. That's what I'm getting to. So share him. He's gonna share his music. Y'all go ahead and download. He's on major platforms. Support by clicking on your little smart TVs that everybody got or your apps or your Fire Sticks or whatever y'all got going on. Support all his movies. He's gonna put the link in there. Support him. And because what I notice what people do is they don't support you until you fully make it. And then when you
Absolutely.
fully make it, like fully make it to where you gotta have security to block your behind. That's like making it that
Then people want to say they know you. Now everybody know you.
now everybody waiting from the back. You get me in the VIP. Who are
Absolutely.
you? Who? I don't see
Absolutely.
it. Then you acting funny. Oh, I seen him. He was acting funny. He's stuck up now. Now I can't get near him. He has security. But that's what happens when you make it. You with new blessings come new levels. When you make it, you're not the same anymore. And I'm pretty sure some people who made it wish they could go back to their regular lives. I really believe that, right? Some people give up the industry because they can't take too much of the fame, and then some people deal with it. And I think that you'll be one of the ones that will be able to deal with it and handle it with dignity.
I was about to say Kenny Lattimore told me when I first met him. He told me he was like when you're doing something like this and you have a gift and God elevates you, you go lose more people than you take with you. It's like the people that
Mm,
surround you, because you go outgrow each other. They ain't gonna be on the same thing from you. Some people gonna start wanting things from you, and you gonna realize you gotta outgrow people to fit into where you about to the doors that you about to get into. He's like some doors
that's
you
good.
gotta. He's
I
like,
love Kenny
yeah, he
Lattimore.
told me he was like it's like one person can go through a door at a time. You gotta remember that. So a crowd can't go through a door everywhere.
Oh, it'll be a trample. Wouldn't it be a trample?
Absolutely,
Somebody falling, getting trampled over and hurt.
absolutely.
I love Kenny Lattimore's Soul of a Man. I still
Yes,
listen to that CD. I had that CD, and that CD been out since the 90s.
Yes, like
Soul of a Man. He made a great CD. But I thank you, God. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for accepting my invitation. I think I got a little feedback from you. Hang on, let me see something. It might be you or it might be me. I'm not. It's like an echo. I thank you for accepting my invitation. I thank you for coming on here because I knew you was gonna be good, right? And I'm gonna make sure that I stick to following you a little bit more because now I know your story, and that I didn't know. So my apologies for that. But I see that you just have greatness in you, and I know you're gonna be going places. And when you make it, remember me because of the fact that
I absolutely appreciate you for inviting me
we
on here.
can meant to see you out, be like, "Hey, twins!" Like,
Absolutely,
um,
absolutely,
please just say something to everybody. I know you gave some kind words before, but just say something just to give a little bit of pump. We need to start pump in 2024. We need to pump each other up. This is why I share so many quotes and affirmations and stuff to my page and Bible scriptures and quotes because we don't know how somebody else is feeling. We don't know if they
absolutely,
lonely. They don't have no hope. They ain't got no faith. So if you ain't got no faith, you ain't got no hope. And if you ain't got no hope, you
absolutely,
ain't got no belief.
absolutely. I was just talking to my friend today, and I was telling him that he was asking me about believing in God and like stuff like that, and I told him that believing in God is having faith that it's something bigger than us out there without seeing it. And I said, and with that being said, God implanted something in each one of us, a seed that's within each one of us that we supposed to manifest and help grow throughout our lives. And that with the time that we given, we got to find what that seed is, find it, put it to good work, because once we gone, we can't do it. So I say to everybody, if you are on this earth and you are still breathing at this moment, listening to me talk, you are still here because you are still working with your seed and your seed is still growing. So when you find out, what your gift is and what your purpose is, stick with it and keep going because you are going to inspire the people that are still here when you're gone.
That's
Because you're going
right.
to implant those seeds and you're going to help water those seeds in other people. And that's what God put us here to water each other and help each other grow. I can't speak for everybody because everybody don't want to share their water, but I'm going to share my water.
I'm gonna share mine too, and that's a
I
good. I
have
wear my mustard seed on my neck every day to keep myself reminded. And I don't know if people know this, and I'm gonna leave them right with this, and you hang tight while I close out. I don't know if people know that the mustard seed is the smallest seed, but it's the tallest seed to grow. Right?
hmm
So when you plant a mustard seed, it will be the tallest bush that will grow. So that means that he gave you start off with a little, and he could give you so much. And
Absolutely.
my favorite is faith will move the mountain and fear will keep it there. And a lot of people move by fear and emotion and they don't move. Thank you for trusting in God to allow him to allow you to move by faith. And the more faith that you have, the more blessings you will have, the more things will open up for you. See, because God wants us to trust him with just the smallest things before he blesses us with the biggest things. And I'm just like a water, I'm a force it just like you. I'm going to keep pouring the water because he gave it to me to share. He didn't give it to me to be selfish with it. And kudos for you. And like sister even put, because we study Les Brown, motivational speaker, and he says the most people that was talented is in the grave, right? They died with their talent. They didn't use their talent in a good way. So I'm gonna use mine, and I know for sure you're gonna use yours. And if people get sick of us, so what? Right? Because you give it and you can't take it away. That's my quote.
Absolutely.
I love each and every. Right. I thank everybody for always coming up here, joining and coming on to Let's Talk About It each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thank you for coming on here and taking the time out to sit in the car with me for 1 hour because you could have been anyplace else. I see you guys next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have Pastor Quan up here. So I want everybody to definitely come up on next Tuesday. On Thursdays, you should come on the music battle. I'm gonna send you the link. You could come up there and sing. We got singers.
Okay.
So you too, bestie. So we got music battle Thursdays on my Instagram page under Let's Talk About It podcast. We go live each and every Thursday. This is a Thursday. So we go live each and every Thursday at 8 p.m. You got 3 minutes to bring the heat. Now, the person who wins the competition after the fourth week will go to Philly and be on a track with the guy called Real Mosberg Banger, and he's well known up there in the up north. He did a lot of things. So make sure that you join us on my podcast if time permits for you on Thursdays. And we have a lot of fun. We bring the people up, and it's a really, it's picking up. So a lot of people didn't join first, but now they come in and they want to come up, and they saying I can't get up there to happy, so it's picking up really, really good. So I see everybody. That's Tuesdays at 8 p.m. live right here on Facebook and YouTube. Please, guys, if you can go to my YouTube and subscribe. Matter of fact, let me just share that link while I'm thinking about it. You could put your links. Do you see how you can put the links there? You see the comment section?
I do.
Okay, put all your links by heart, or you gotta copy and paste them.
I know I don't know about the links, but I could put like my name and stuff like that because but I don't know how to
Okay.
put links in here.
You don't know how to put the links in there. Well,
Uh,
when you finish, if you can get the links, then you'll be
okay,
able to put the links in there.
okay,
And then definitely share all your links with everybody. And you guys make sure y'all right now y'all go and hit a follow, and y'all when we come up off of here, y'all support and follow him and everything like that. I'm gonna put the podcast, the YouTube link in the comments right now. I wish everybody could just come back, even if you catch it now or you catch the replay. Please go on the podcast on YouTube and subscribe for me, because I gotta build the subscribers up. I thank each and everybody for joining. I'll see you guys on next Tuesday, and then I'll see you on Thursday if you could come. This is Let's Talk About It. I am the host, Sidell B. This was my special, special, special guest. I thank him for joining. I know he's probably getting tired of sitting in the car for an hour, and we are out of here. Peace. Thanks to my moderator. Oh, and I forgot to shout out my brand. So you guys know that I always have to shout out Millie Seasoning. So you guys shot Millie Seasoning that's flavored done the old-fashioned way. I have garlic and herb. I have seafood seasoning. I got all-purpose and occasion, and then I have a chicken fry. You guys go ahead. You save 10% off. Use code SAVE10. I have bundle deals and everything up there. So head on over to Millie Seasoning and pick up your seasonings today. Everything you need is in one bottle. And guess what? Your thank buds will taste me later. Thank me later, not taste me later. But hey, thank me later. I see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Bye. We are out of here. Let me stop this. Thank you, sister, for always holding me down. That's my moderator right there. I see.